In this video, we'll look at building a custom preset. This one's going to be for stereo overhead for the drums. You can start from anywhere, but I think it's easier to start from a new setup. So I'm starting by selecting the pretty neutral grand piano stereo preset. And that puts it on your stage. Now press it to highlight it for editing and you'll see the green halo. Now press Tweak to take us to the editing page. Once in Tweak, press the icon on the upper left and drop down the Name and Image page. Now press the Icon button, and that will open up the available icons. But since we need an icon that's not on the list, let's open up the Categories window. And since we want a cymbal icon, we'll press on the drum category. And that pops up a new screen full of icons. So scrolling down a bit on the screen, you now see the cymbal icons. I'm going to pick the pair of cymbals with the stereo mics and tell it OK. Let's give it a new name here and then hit Enter to save it. Now back to the Properties screen, we see our new name and icon. Just touch the window to close it. And back in Deep Tweak, I'm going to make a few changes to the preset. If your EQ is not flat at this point, then go ahead and flatten it out. Double-clicking on any band gain encoder will reset it quickly. I've clicked on Input because I want to adjust the high-pass filter. The high-pass filter tells the channel to ignore frequencies below the value. So I'm moving it up from 60 Hz to 250 Hz. That'll cut a lot of stage wash from these mics. And now switching to the comp screen, I'm going to add a very mild bit of compression should things get really loud. You can see the changes I've made here. Feel free to make adjustments if your ears hear things a little differently. Now I'm going to add a little dynamic EQ to the preset to help bring the sparkle out on cymbal crashes. First I'm moving the high threshold down to -12 dB, and then I'm adding a little treble boost at 8K. So when the mics hear a loud crash, it will enhance it a bit more by boosting the 8K, but only when the signal crosses the threshold. Again, you can adjust this to your liking. Switching back to the setup screen, we now see our completed preset. To save it, just drag it down into the tray and confirm by clicking Save. And now we have our new preset ready anytime we need to call it up. So here's the typical scheme I use for drums using 4 inputs. Don't be afraid to tweak it by making added EQ adjustments. Using this method, you can build up any presets that you might need for your own productions, in basically the same manner we did in this example.